You know, at the MeidasTouch Network, we frequently cover the ghoulishness, some of the grotesque aspects of the Trump family. So it's always great when we get to cover the love of a blended family like the Emhoffs and the Harrises. More on that in a moment. You know, we cover here on the MeidasTouch Network how Donald Trump's first wife, Ivana, is buried in the back lot of one of his golf courses, Bedminster, in an unmarked grave where he allowed like shrubs to grow over it. I mean, how ghoulish can you be after she fell down a flight of stairs? We've talked about how Donald Trump and Melania met at the Kit Kat Club in the late 1990s when this modeling agency owned by a guy named Paolo Zampoli here in the United States would bring young Eastern European women to the United States to model. And then he would throw these parties at the Kit Kat Club and they would meet wealthy Manhattan men like Donald Trump, who went to one of these Kit Kat Club parties, and that's where he met Melania. She somehow got an Einstein visa, and her process was expedited. She then brought her family here to the United States, and then they went and talked about birther conspiracies and attacked others and went on this xenophobic spree that they went on. We talk about all of that. We show you how Donald Trump, and we talked about here how Donald Trump was with a porn star while Melania had given birth, and he was cheating on Melania with the porn star while also cheating on a mistress, Karen McDougal, while falsifying business records. We talk about how Donald Trump's been found liable for sexual assault by a jury of his peers. We've played for you the audio recordings where Donald Trump talks about how he owns beauty pageants so he can inspect girls naked. And he says, when you're the owner of the beauty pageant, they let you do it. We've played for you, of course, the audio tape of Donald Trump where he says that when you're rich and famous like him, you can sexually assault women and get away with it because women just let you do it. We've then played for you deposition testimony where Donald Trump says, yeah, that's just what you can basically do when you're wealthy. For, whether it's good or bad, that's just what wealthy men can do. We played for you Donald Trump speaking to the young Republicans, a group of young individuals who Donald Trump said the most courageous thing he was told that he did in his life was when he referred to sexually assaulted women as locker room talk. I have the receipts for all of that if you want to see that. I've done many a video on all of that. But what I want to focus on here is I want to contrast that. I want to contrast this ghoulish, grotesque way that Trump deals with family members and it's transactional and we hear about all of that with the love of the Emhoffs. I've been glued to my screen. It's my job to be glued to it, but I'm sure as you are as well. The Democratic National Convention, when I've got to, really learn about the Emhoff family, the first second gentleman in the history of the United States. What an extraordinary man he is. I've interviewed him before. He's a great guy, but getting to learn about the family, getting to learn about his first marriage with Kerstin Emhoff. She is absolutely incredible. Their kids, Cole and Ella. I saw Cole introduce Douglas Emhoff yesterday during the proceedings. And what's been so incredible, and Ben Meiselas says it great right here, is that Kamala's husband's ex-wife, Kerstin Emhoff, is supporting Vice President Kamala Harris more enthusiastically than Donald Trump's current wife, Melania, is supporting Donald Trump. Just think about that. Kamala's husband's ex-wife is supporting her more enthusiastically than Donald Trump's current wife, Melania, is supporting him. And just take a look at some of these photos from Kerstin Emhoff that she's posting on her social media platform. It radiates joy. And here she is at the DNC, and you see her standing, and you see her son in the background, and she goes, "Who's here?" So excited for this week. And then you see her saying, highlight of day one. It's photos with her and Governor Walz and her two children, her and Doug's two children. I mean, incredible stuff. And then when Ben Meiselas goes, what I read for you before, Kamala's husband's ex-wife supporting her more enthusiastically, Kerstin Emhoff responds, "Damn right. Look, she's the CEO of Pretty Bird, Ventureland, and Pipelines. She's a film producer, the mom of Cole and Ella, fur babies, Otis and Amos. But I want to show for you this right here, because this is something that she posted. I mean, I could show you all of the kind of disgusting Trump clips, and I've done a lot of videos on that, but I want to show you this right here. So this is a video produced by Kerstin and Doug's son, Cole Emhoff, which she produced. And it goes, "This is my dad, Doug," a film by Cole Emhoff and at Ventureland Productions. Watch this. Kerstin Emhoff posted this last night after day 2 of the Democratic National Convention. I'm going to warn you, you may want a tissue because this is so heartfelt. Here, play this clip.
But it helped that my parents stayed friends and we all kept hanging together. We grew closer than ever. And then he met Kamala, the blind date that would dramatically change all of our lives forever. It was my senior year of high school. Ella and I would laugh watching them fall in love, acting like teenagers. In 2014, Kamala became Mamala. She took over Sunday night dinners and taught Doug how to actually cook. Our blended family wasn't used to politics or the spotlight, but when Kamala became senator, we were all excited to step up, especially my dad. Then Kamala became vice president. It felt like Doug was a bit out of place on Capitol Hill. I thought, what is my goofy dad doing here? But he embraced it. He left his practice after being a lawyer for 30 years. That was tough. I was so proud to watch him do it, to stand by her side, an example of true partnership. I just got married myself, and he's inspired me as a new husband. Anyone who really gets close to him knows he's kind, loving, and fiercely protective. I mean, just look at this face. This is my dad, the first second gentleman in the history of this nation. He's found his voice around the issues that matter to him.
You have no choice but to speak up and speak out.
There is an epidemic of hate, including a crisis of anti-Semitism in our country and around the world.
What they are doing on reproductive freedom and freedom in general is just outrageous.
And next, he's gonna make history again as the first gentleman. I can't wait for everyone to get to know why we all love him. He's the glue that keeps this family together. We might not look like other families in the White House, but we are ready to represent all families in America.
And then Kerstin Emhoff also posted this video clip right here, or she reposted her ex-husband, Doug Emhoff, posting the following. "In case you were wondering where I get my charm and good looks," Doug Emhoff says sarcastically and jokingly, "thanks, Mom and Dad." And here he is introducing his parents to the country and to the world. Here, play this clip.
Hi, we're Mike and Barbara Emhoff.
I'm Barbara, that's Mike.
We're Doug's parents, the second gentleman, better known as Dougie.
Walking around wherever I go, anybody who knows him, they come over to me and they say, "Oh, your son's so wonderful." You know why? Because he's real. Whatever he does, it comes from the heart, and we are so proud that he's going to help Kamala win this election. Kamala is the most wonderful daughter-in-law. We have spent many a Sunday dinners with her. She's a fabulous cook. She gets on the phone every Sunday with Doug. Hi, how are you? We love you, we love you. And we just hope and pray that she becomes our next president.
We want you to be inspired tonight, Doug, and give an amazing speech. Give them your values and speak from your heart. With all our love, Mom and Dad.
We love you.
Hey everyone, I want to share something that's really made a difference for me when it comes to enjoying a night out with friends. It's called ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol. Pre-Alcohol is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme to break this byproduct down. Just remember to make Z-Biotics your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. Every time I have pre-alcohol before drinks, I notice a difference the next day. Even after a night out, I can confidently plan on hitting the gym, enjoying a brunch, or just getting some important work done without worry. I'll be honest, I was a bit skeptical of Z-Biotics at first, but then while hanging out with my friends at our favorite bar downtown, I decided to give it a try, and let me tell you, it really works. The first time I tried pre-alcohol was during a friend's wedding weekend. I had my first drink of the night, a delicious old-fashioned, by the way, right after taking Z-Biotics. The next morning, I was up early, feeling great, and ready to join the rest of the wedding party for breakfast and activities. It was a total game changer. With vacations, weddings, birthdays, and reunions, there's so much going on this summer. Get the most out of your plans by stocking up on pre-alcohol now. Go to zbiotics.com/Meidas to get 15% off your first order when you use Meidas at checkout. Pre-alcohol is backed with a 100% money-back guarantee, so if you're unsatisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Remember to head to zbiotics.com/Meidas, M-E-I-D-A-S, and use the code Meidas at checkout for 15% off. Thank you, Z-Biotics, for sponsoring this episode and our good times.
All right, so take what I just showed you right there, and why don't we compare it to the following? So Donald Trump's been trying to bribe Melania to go out and leave Mar-a-Lago. I think the one time that she's actually left, she charged the log cabin Republicans $274,000 for her to give a speech. Who in the world's going to listen to Melania for $274,000? But she left for that. The wife of a purported billionaire. What in the world are you doing? She's also grifts and does these weirdo NFTs and things like that. But here, Donald Trump tries to get her to leave Mar-a-Lago or just come outside so that he can take pictures in this performative way with her. And so he bribes her with this award, like for helping the children award, and she doesn't show up. So he takes the award for himself. Here, watch this.
On board. We want to take this opportunity. I know my First Lady couldn't get here, but we want to give Melania Trump the Child Advocacy Award because she did so much for children when she was First Lady. So, sir, this is for Melania's certificate. Please make your way to the vote.
And then she didn't show up to any of the Republican National Convention except the final day. And what an awkward interaction she had with Donald. Here, play this clip. And I'm not going to play for you all the disgusting Donald Trump clips. If you want to watch that, go and watch the other video clips that I do. But I will show you two. I will show you two so you have a sense of why I say ghoulish and grotesque, and I'm not just using words like this. Remember I mentioned Donald Trump speaking at the Young Republican Club in New York, and he told them how courageous he was, or he claims a general told him he was courageous for referring to sexually assaulting women as locker room talk. Here it is right here. Play this clip.
But I went onto that stage just a few days later, and a general who's a fantastic general actually said to me, "Sir, I've been on the battlefield. Men have gone down on my left and on my right. I stood on hills where soldiers were killed. But I believe the bravest thing I've ever seen was the night you went onto that stage with Hillary Clinton after what happened. And then that woman asked you the first question about it. And I said, locker room talk. It's locker room talk. What the hell? What are you talking? Locker room talk." That was not a great...
Okay. And here is Donald Trump at a speech that he gave in Iowa recently, where he was speaking at a high school. And he was speaking to these high schoolers and others who were in attendance at the high school. And he was talking about golden shower sex acts. Here, play this clip.
He was with 4 hookers. You think that was good that night to go up and tell my wife, "It's not true, darling. I love you very much"? It's not true. Actually, that one she didn't believe because she said he's a germaphobe. He's not into that, you know? He's not into golden showers, as they say they call that. He's not. I don't like that idea. No, I didn't. I thought that would be a big problem. I was going to have a rough night, but that one she was very good on. She said, no.
So I can show you more. I've done deep dives into Melania's background. Go and search MeidasTouch and Melania if you want to see that. I've done deep dives into Donald Trump's connections with Jeffrey Epstein. We've talked about how Donald Trump is currently flying around in the Epstein jet. He wrapped it with Trump 2024. He's flying around in the Epstein jet right now that he wrapped it with Trump. How sicko can you be? We've talked about the history with Epstein where Trump says Epstein's a great guy. I'm not going to repeat all of that there. You can search my videos where we talk about that stuff. But I think the contrast is what I really wanted to show you. So tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million.
Real quick, Meta just changed their algorithm to suppress political content. Please follow our Instagram @MeidasTouch right now as we head towards 400,000 followers so you don't miss a beat.